All right, guys. Good morning. I am live. Let's see here. All right, cool. This out of here. All right, let's get started. So we got 5 minutes till market opens. Adjust my microphone here. All right. Now we got 5 minutes till market open. Let's do a little check, make sure we ain't missing anything. So 5. No. Jagex, AETI, Riot, SGBX, Yoga. I've already went through and started making the watch list this morning. Okay. So let's take a look at these new ones. That wasn't on there. Nope. Riot. This is a Bitcoin stock. You can see it's not doing anything really. GPX. Form teaming agreement. We can leave that on there, I guess. Yoga, nothing. Alright, so here's the list. Let's see. Got a bit of a big list this morning. Man, this one has just went nuts all through pre-market. So all the volume is going to be here. Capper had positive results. But, I mean, this thing was at 321, and it's all up to 735 in pre-market. So I don't expect this to keep going up out of pre-market. There should be a pullback at some point, and then maybe we can look for a U-shape into the VWAP for an entry. But yeah, I don't really like. This is up. I don't know. This is up like 100%, I think, or 200%. I don't know. It's doubled its price. I can't math right now, but I know it's doubled its price, so it's way up there. Gotta keep it on watch. That was a very small float, so that's why you get that type of move. Not a big fan of this one. Announces sub MW solution. I don't really know what that even means. It's got resistance at $1 and then $1.17. It is only 50 cents, so it could. I mean, it could be decent, a decent mover, but who knows? We'll just have to see on that one. CDLC Strategic foreign partnership. It's above this resistance, but has resistance at 122. So we want to watch for the break of 122. FLKS. Now this didn't have a press release today, but it did Friday. And they had approval of a merger related thing. And you can see, or maybe it was Thursday, it had this press release. 12. Oh yeah, okay. So it was Thursday. You can see I'm gonna move from 60 cents almost up to $1. Right here, Friday, it didn't really do much, but this could get a continuation. But we'll see. SEA, SEES. Take that off the list. Don't know what that's on there. ADXS. This one is the one I'm leaning towards. It hasn't done much yet. It is above the 9. Well, it's right at the 9 EMA. But, okay, market's opening. It's right at the 9 EMA. And it's got room at 260. And then the break at 260, it's got room all the way up to 813. So this is the type of chart we're looking for. But this is not going to do anything until Capper calms down. And you can see there, Capper should be having a nice pullback. This is a huge move in pre-market. 117%. That's pretty high up. So this is going to have a pullback. It would be hard to play this at this point. I mean, maybe you could look for a bounce off the VWAP. I don't know. It's just so high up. This is a good press release, but like you don't have any support really till the VWAP at 634 and then 611. We'll see what it does, but I expect it to start dying off. This guy here, though, has plenty of room to run. So this is what I'm probably going to keep on watch really closely. Because as Capper dies off, this should start getting a move up. We just want to look for it to get above that VWAP, 175. Now, 214 back here in pre-market held up as resistance, well, 215. So we do got to keep that in mind. 215 is resistance, then 260, but this has a lot of potential. This had an agreement. Must not have been a very good agreement the way it crashed out here. I don't know. XDS. I want to make the watch list smaller. But I also don't want to miss AXDS. I've been missing some stocks here lately, trying to get the watch list smaller. Okay, what is MR? Man, I'm going to switch away and MREO. Successful Type B meeting. Accelerated approval. That's pretty good. Excuse me. Let's see. Well, I'm going to have to add that to the list. I don't really want to be adding more stocks to the list. I already got a lot, but possible FDA approval is always good. That's just results. Okay. CEI, what are you doing? Nothing right now. ADXS. Slowly coming around there. Let's check, see what Capper is doing. Capper, yeah, still coming down. So that's good. FLKS. Yeah, and this is that one I was saying it could have a continuation run. We'll see. XDS. XDS doesn't have a very big float either. Only showing 8 million in shares, so it's probably 7.5 million. Let's see. Meh. This is only phase one. Phase one doesn't get people too excited, but because of this chart pattern on the yearly, I like it a lot. It has the most potential. Dropping off a little there. NTGN, I don't like this. No volume there. Get off MREO. Not really doing much there. SGBX. I mean, it just says a teaming agreement. It's not like it's anything spectacular. What's Capper doing? Capper coming down close to that VWAP. You see Capper still got a lot of volume right here, but it's losing a little volume. I mean, this is a bit of a U shape starting to form. But like I said, it's so high up. It's hard to get in something that high up. XDS still not doing anything. F cells just crashing out. I'm gonna take that off. CLDC. They had a 5-year partnership with something. There's resistance at 122. It's kind of got a bigger float than I would like, but keep it on watch just in case. FLKS didn't really got a little bit of a move out of there, but crashed back down to the VWAP. SGBX still not really doing anything. So right now, okay, that's an interesting move. So you can see it did the little U shape, broke back above 7 and really started moving. So yeah, Capper still got the volume. I mean, this thing is just going nuts. How much higher can this guy go? That's the question. That is the question. How much higher can we go? $10 is your next strong resistance line. BLRX. Why does it have reverse stock split? Yeah, that's what it looks like. First stock split on this guy. Great, we got a lot. What is going on here? Revenue growth. There's an OTC stock though. We don't want to play it. Huh. Capper's still moving up. Let's see. KS, I'm just gonna take it off. ADXS still riding below that VWAP. CPX still nothing there really. And right now, Capper's got all the volume. Capper's gonna keep all the volume until it starts coming down pretty hard. It's up 100, almost 60% now. Yeah, it's really hard to get in this. I mean, this was a decent little U shape. My concern is just how high it was already up, and it's not a U shape breaking into the VWAP, so kind of risky to get in there. So ZVO. Getting approval. Okay, well, that doesn't really. It's not really a big deal. AXDS not getting any love right now. And nothing is gonna get any love as long as Capper's still going nuts. BLRX. I just want to keep an eye on BLRX because it did have 1 to 10 reverse stock split, I think it said. Oh, no, 15. A 1 to 15 reverse stock split. That's a pretty huge stock split. So this float is probably tiny on this play. And it could get some action. It's got a bit of a spread. 450 on the buy, it was 470 on the ask. So this would be a dangerous play to get in, but sometimes these guys can go crazy. Okay. All right. So you finally are starting to calm down here, Capper. We want to see Capper come down quite a bit. But if it U-shapes around again, it could go back up again. Only issue is, like I said, it's so high up. Like, how high can it keep going? Like, really? We have had some big supernova plays this past couple of weeks, so it wouldn't be crazy for it to keep going up. But I mean, it's so high up. But if you look, U shape goes up, U shape goes up, a little bit nothing, kind of a big U shape here, goes up, U shape here, goes up, U shape here, went up, U shape here, went up. This thing moves with U shapes. So like I said, if this right here, which it looks like it's starting to, starts turning into another U shape, it could go up again. But I'm not touching it because it is just too high up for me. And the higher up a stock gets like this, the less predictable it is. ADXS cracking off hard. That phase one good. I mean, they had good results, but it's just phase one, so it's not that exciting. I was just thinking because of this chart, with the positive news, this thing could get moving. And the low float, it still could, but right now, it's not doing much. CDLC. BLRX slowly building a little bit. Not a lot of volume. It hasn't completely crashed out. It is above the VWAP. Could potentially look for an entry, since it did go below the VWAP and it's back above the VWAP and it's holding the VWAP. You could potentially look for an entry right above this VWAP, and if it cracks below, just get out real quick. But that's just not doing nothing right now. ZVO. CEI. Okay, so we might be getting a U shape. We do have a U shape here on this guy. Where's the next resistance at? 375. Do have a bit of a U shape here. It is back above the VWAP. Successful type B meeting. Approval. Accelerated approval for ovarian cancer. So that's pretty big, and this does have a nice chart pattern. ADXS is still popping down. These guys, we're not really getting a lot of volume. And it pop below the VWAP. Man, see, the spread is crazy on this thing. 18-cent spread. I do like this. But it didn't have a very strong break of the VWAP. And see, Capper still got quite a bit of volume right now. Keep a BLRX in there. Let's take this guy off. There's nothing there. AXDS still not really doing anything. REO. Capper looks like it's going to maybe come back up. Starting to get a U shape on Capper. And like I said, I'm not touching Capper, but I do have to watch it to make sure where the volume is at. And that was a big crack right there. That drop from almost, God, in 1 minute from $8 down to $7.50. That's why I say I'm not touching it, because that predictability. Yeah, and this thing is cracking hard now. See if it gets all the way back down to the VWAP or not. But that's going to hurt its momentum, that big crack it had there. So that's good. So we need to start looking around. ADXS is starting to come back up a little bit. That's good there. MREO back above this VWAP a little bit. But with that big crack in Capper, volume should start to go somewhere else. Let's see. ADXS. Let's see. Capper's back down to the VWAP. we really want this to crack the VWAP. If this thing cracks the VWAP, then it's no longer bullish, and all the volume is going to fly out of it and run to somewhere else. And it is back and forth there. So, okay. Still watching ADXS. And MREO. I know spread is huge on MREO. It keeps coming down and coming up. And this play is going to move fast. If volume does start to come in, it's going to move fast. Strange. It says there's 19 million shares. Should mean the float would be about 18 million. But the spread on this thing acts like it has quite a big float. Drop down there. Capper right down to the VWAP. See if it's gonna crack the VWAP. DXS still. MREO had a pretty big drop there. Just the spread on this guy is crazy. BLRX still right above this VWAP. Okay, so we've got. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything else. See, yeah, not really. Pred. It's not. I mean, it had a good move, but I don't know about that. And Capper has now cracked VWAP. So, shorters have taken over this play. And we should see volume start to go into something else. So we need to find where it's going to go real quick. X has had a little volume. Where's this volume going to go? ZVO. Don't like that. If I am not missing anything, which I don't think I am, then the volume's either going to go here in BLRX. It's right above the VWAP. Reverse stock split 1 for 15. So super, super small float. Or it's going to go to MREO with the successful meeting with the FDA. It hasn't really moved much yet. And is toying with the VWAP. Or ADXS. One of these three. Like I said, if I'm not missing anything, I don't think I am. OASM. It's kind of got a bigger float. No. I'm just checking around, make sure I'm not missing anything. Big float there. BRX still not doing anything. CEI not really doing anything. MREO still just piddling with that VWAP. ADXS A little drop down there. Which one is it going to be? Well, Capper is trying to come back up to the VWAP. AETI. Let's check AETI. I had this on the watch list earlier. AETI has been on a nice little move from 115 to 150. And it's gonna have resistance at 160. So that's about as high as this will probably go because it doesn't have a press release recently. But it was a good move in the beginning. Could have made a decent profit on it. Did get some volume. I just can't imagine. Like I said, it's got resistance in this 160 area, in this 150 area. So there is going to be tough. You see it hit that 145 and drop back down. I'll put it on the watch list. Just keep a little eye on it. I did have it on the watch list earlier, I thought, or maybe I saw it. I don't remember, but I remember looking at AETI in pre-market because it had this big move up here. All right. Okay, capper is cracked nice and hard. So where's the volume gonna go? Okay, MREO. All right. Back up above this VWAP. Just barely. Normally I don't like to play stocks that have these little white checks because I mean there's no volume. But the way the spread is on this thing, and it's got the successful meeting. It could, if it gets, like you see back here at 830, it got some pretty good volume. It went from 250 all the way up to 311. So that's why I'm keeping this on watch. Because nothing else is really doing anything. BRX isn't doing anything. I mean, we're starting to see there's a little bit of volume on this candle here. But yeah, we don't really have anything else going on, so volume from capper has to be going somewhere. I'm afraid if I go now and I mark it in, I'm gonna probably get filled pretty high. Man, this is a tricky play because of the spread. 10-cent spread right now. Like part of me wants to go now, but I'd be afraid if, well, see, it was up to 280 and 290 in this area before, and it's made big drops down to 260. So very quickly, within a minute, and that's what scares me. I don't want to get filled way up here at 280 ish, and then it just have a pullback because it's not doing much yet, but it is starting to get a little attention here. About what I'm judging, why this is tricky is because this is a timing thing. I want to get in before the big move happens, if one happens, and you got to time it to where you get in pretty decently, but you know for sure that the big move is going to happen. Because right now, I'm not for sure. But we are getting some buying volume up here. Like I said, I just don't want to get filled at 288. Oh man. I think I need to go. Where'd I get filled at 306? That's pretty high. Let's see what this does here. I'm either going to be in out of this real quick or okay. Whew. All right. I'm okay. I got filled right where the bid is right now. So if this thing does not start getting more volume and moving, I'm gonna have to get out. See, that's what I'm afraid of, to drop down. The spread is crazy, and I don't want to. See, this is what I'm worried about. I am up. Could we're gonna sit here. We're gonna see. This is such a sketchy play. I got filled higher than I wanted to. The volume came in a little bit, but it's not coming in hard as it's supposed to. Okay, there's a nice little. Whoa, man, we're all over the place. But volume is starting to come in. We got some resistance at 316. There we go. What is going on? There we go. All right. All right, there we go. Now the volume's starting to come in. I think my screen froze a little bit there, about gave me a heart attack. There we go. Come on. We got such a spread. As volume comes in, this thing's gonna move pretty rapidly in one direction or the other. And it's just ooh, man, that spread. See that spread? Oh. See, this is what I was talking about was really sketchy. It was all the way up at 330 and it was down to 290. So I was up. I mean, we're still above the VWAP, so that's why I'm holding. But I was up about 150. I probably should have been safe and locked in, but we haven't moved that much yet on this play. So, oh God. See, this spread, man. This is such a sketchy play. See, I'm afraid to even take my eyes off of the level 2. Okay, Capper's right around 7. I just don't want to get killed on this thing dropping back down. See, we're starting to get a little. Man, it's hard to say. And we're starting to drop some. Still above that VWAP. It's just all over the place, guys. Just all over the place. If I was in any higher than I am, then I would have already got out of this. But I didn't get filled too terribly. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. See, we do have resistance. What's this at? 378. So 378, if this keeps going up, is probably where I'll look to sell. Just slowly moving up that VWAP, which is fine. I would just like to be sitting a lot more comfortable than right around. Okay, now we can stay. above this area, I would be comfortable holding this till 378. I mean, we really still haven't made a huge move on this. That's why I'm holding. I mean, this is a sketchy play, but the big move, I mean, it still can make a pretty big move to 370-ish. And then if it breaks that, it's got room to go to 8. Whew. Okay, good bid coming on 320. Okay, bids up to 332. Take out them big sellers. There we go. 336, big bid. 338 is holding up as some type of resistance at 340 area. I mean, I don't know why it shouldn't be that strong resistance. But for some reason, coming back down a little. A little bit of a pullback here. So what's the VWAP at? 308. So VWAP is now right where I'm in at. So, ooh, it's touching that VWAP. So long as it can hold up, as long as the VWAP holds us up, we're all right. If that VWAP cracks, got to get out of this. Because it can crash pretty hard. It's getting a little sketchy. I said I would like for it to stay in that 320 range for me to keep holding, and it kind of is, and it kind of, well, now it's not. Big sell at 320. Oh, down to that VWAP. I don't want to cut out prematurely, but I also don't want to take a loss. And this is scaring me. It keeps hitting the VWAP right now. We do not want it to keep hitting the VWAP. We want this to move up. Let's see. Capper's down to 650. ADXS is doing nothing. So yeah, the volume should all be here. Smart thing would have been to lock out when I was up, a couple $100. As sketchy as this play was, I called it right, and the smart play would have just been to lock out and be happy with my profit. But like I said, we still haven't got the huge move on this yet, so that's what I'm holding for. Now I'm back up. Let's see. Oh man, see that scares me every time it does that. Okay, we got some bids. Got some nice bids there at the VWAP, so good support. I want it to stay in that 320 range, not drop down so low. I generally don't hold a position quite this long. Usually I like to get in and out and have my profit. But like I said, this hasn't made a huge move yet. It's made a decent move. I'm back down that VWAP. Man, it keeps bouncing off that VWAP. It keeps touching, and I just don't like it. I don't like it. Where is it at? The VWAP's at 310. We are starting to get a little bit of a U shape. If this can start coming back around up to that 340, we could get a nice move again on this. I want it to get off of that VWAP. You gotta think of like the game Twiddle Sticks or Jenga or something. I don't know. One of those games where you like stack sticks, and then like when there's too many sticks on top, it falls over, and that's what happens with the support of this VWAP. You gotta, it's like, oh, throw a stick here, throw a stick here, throw a stick here, throw a stick here. You keep throwing sticks on this Jenga or whatever, it's gonna crash. So that's why I don't like that it keeps hitting the VWAP. I mean, the VWAP is holding it up right now, support, but I don't like the piling on of the VWAP. Ooh, ooh, I may have to get out here. That was a man. The spread is cracked the VWAP. I was just talking about the Jenga sticks, but I want to make sure this just isn't like a little bottom break. I also don't want to take a big loss. Uh, killing me. And this is why I say I like to open and blow the VWAP. This is why I say I like to get in and out. Like I said, the smart play would have been lock in when I was up to 339. Yeah, it had a pretty strong pullback. I should have probably already got out. Mm, but I'm looking to see maybe it'll pop right back above the VWAP again. I don't think it's going to. Well, see this the way the spread keeps changing, everything keeps changing. Yeah, I know I get out. I should get out, but I'm ah. See the bid's down 286, but the ask is still at 3. Says Capper doing anything? Not really. What I'm looking to see is, I mean, I'm playing in very dangerous territory here. Um, my plan, which I should have already got out for sure. But this thing might crack hard. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. All right, $60 loss. That's fine. Whew. Well, that's what I was saying about the Jenga sticks. As I was saying, it happened. Uh, that's fine. I should have locked in back here, like what I said. Should have took my profit when I had it. Played this play as good as I could until the end here. Don't you do it. If this, uh, yeah, a little bit of a U shape back up to the VWAP here. The first little bit of pattern. This could break back above the VWAP. It just never really got a full move. It comes at 345, and there's not really any resistance there. 378 was next resistance. So I was expecting it to at least get up over 350. Let's check around and see what else is going on. Capper, Still crashing as much as I expected. ATI, not much. CLDC, nothing. ADXS, nothing. BLRX, nothing. Same REO. Yeah, all the volume was here. And it got a decent move. I mean, it popped from 3 to 340. It's not bad. If you have 1K shares and you want to take profit, how much do you sell? What do you mean? How many shares do you sell? I mean, yeah, if you're to me, especially on a small account, if you're up, uh, say you got 1,000 shares and you were in here at $3, like I was, and then it got up here to 330, 340, and then you'd be up $400 profit. Well, I would sell the whole 1,000 shares and just lock in that whole profit of $300 or $400. I mean, some people will sell like 500 there and then try to let the other 500 ride, and that's okay. Um, but when you're trying to build a small account, the bigger the guaranteed profit, the better. So, like I said, on 1,000 shares here at $3, and it goes up to 340. You can sell here the whole 1,000 shares, and you'll make $300 or $400, and that's nice. That's a nice little profit for one day. People at McDonald's or whatever don't make $300-400 in a week after taxes. So $300-400 on one trade for 30-40 minutes an hour of your time. You can't beat that. Whereas, say you sell 500 right here, you'll be up $100 profit, but then you're holding that other 500, okay? And then you get right here, and you're like, all the VWAP's cracking, I want to sell. And so you sell and maybe get out where you got in at, so you still made the 100 profit. You didn't really lose anything, or you get kind of caught up in this bottom drop, and you end up selling that 500 down here. You're going to lose 100, so you actually break even. So especially with a small account, the best thing to do, and that's what I was saying earlier, I should have just locked in while I had the profit. I mean, I only went 500 shares on this play, but uh, locking in back here when you've got that profit, that's you gotta kind of stay humble in the stock market. Like, you'll see those $1,000, $2,000 days where you make a big trade, something like that. But every day is not going to be like that. So, a $200 profit in 1 hour, that's more than most people. That's like half of most people's paycheck for a 40-hour work week that you just made in 1 hour. So that's what you want to think of, especially on a small account. Now, if you get up to like 25K and you've got a big account on a play like this, you could buy, and it works the same way, but you buy 3,000 shares back here at $3, and this thing goes up 40 cents on 3,000 shares. Was that $1,200? I think. Yeah, $1,200. you could lock in that $1,200, or you could sell, half of that, have a $600 profit, and then hold the rest of it and see if it keeps coming up. Now, in that case, it may be worth it. When you see it here, you're like, okay, well, it's not really taking off like I wanted it to, so I'm gonna sell that other 1,500 shares right here and still make 10 cents on 1,500 shares. That's another $150. So you're like, oh, okay, so 750, that's fine. But if it was to keep going up and you still was holding that 1,500 shares, that other 1,500 shares, you can make quite a bit. But it's kind of relevant to your account size. And like I said, a small account, you just want to lock in profits when you have them. You don't want to, like, this was really gambling. If I was on a small account, I would have locked in way back here in a heartbeat. Like, in a heart, as soon as I got 340 and started coming back down some, I'd have been like, nope, getting out of this, locking in my $150, $200 profit. Because on a small account, you know, $1,500 or $2,000, even $1,000, $100, $200 gain is a decent gain. So it's better than what most stock traders make. Like, your long term traders are looking for 3 to 4% moves on their count. They're looking to grow their count by 3 or 4% over like 2 months. Whereas on $1,000, if you make $100 profit, that's a 10% move in an hour. So you're doing way better than they're doing. So you just want to lock in when you got the profits on a small account. I mean, there is times where you do want to try to let it ride to see if you can make more money for that small account. But like back here, this play has got a lot of room to run. Uh, had this nice strong break of the VWAP right here where I got in at, and this could have got a lot more volume and pushed it up stronger, but like right in here from $3 to 30 cents here, okay, that's a 30-cent move in 10 minutes. That's good. You have this big pullback here, which is scary. But like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance out of this pullback. It didn't break the VWAP. And it comes around a little bit, and then you have this move back up to 340, and then it doesn't keep moving. It starts coming back down again. That's pretty much, you know, this play should have, the way the spread was, the type of press release, the chart pattern, with all that going on, this should have gotten a lot bigger move than 340. I mean, you look at Capper and pre-market, this thing's went from 391 all the way up to 849. And if you look, it has a similar chart pattern. It has good news, like it has all the same things that MREO has. Uh, but MREO just didn't quite move as much. Now I did kind of forget that the float on MREO is around 19 million. So it is a little bit slower of a mover, whereas Capper only has 3 million of float. So that's part of the reason why it didn't get such a big move. But it still could have done more. It could have got to 370. It could have went to this 50-day EMA. Like, there's no reason why it couldn't have. But like I said, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, it not just taking off even more and going up even more. that area right there, I should have been like dead giveaway. Like, okay, get out of this now because it's not doing what it's supposed to. So you got to profit lock it in. It's just it's just things you kind of learn as you go that no one can really teach you. You can hear it, but you kind of have to get a feel for things. Like this stock itself really didn't have much of a pattern. I mean, right here you kind of got a bit of a U shape, but it didn't break really. And then it just kind of rode right on this VWAP. But like I said, back at this time, Capper was doing a lot, which I knew volume was going to stay there. But as soon as it started cracking, that's when I started watching in here. And we got the strong, obvious break of the VWAP. And that's where I got in at. So just little things like that. Like the strategy works, the U shape and the VWAP break normally works. And in this case, it's still, I mean, it didn't break out big here. It just kind of went sideways on the VWAP for a while. So the strategy still works, but that's the difference that experience will bring is that you can see this and be like, okay, well, I'm not going to enter yet because it's not quite the right time. That's what I was saying about timing. I was looking for the timing of people to jump out of CAPR and then come jumping this, but it took CAPR having this big crack back here, right through here, before I knew that, okay, if this starts getting volume, you can see here it started getting volume, this is where I'm going to enter at. Now is the time. So yeah, let's see. 9:30. Okay. Took a loss, but that's fine. Uh, oh, what is this? A press release just came out. Finalizes phase 2 trial design for cancer drug with FDA. I guess that's the same press release. But that could bring in some attention. If anybody missed this earlier, that could grab some attention. We'll see real quick. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes though, guys. If there's any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm just gonna kind of watch this for a second. I did take the small loss today, and the small loss was pretty much me being greedy. Because I called this play, nailed it, nailed the entry. I just held way too long. Whoops, held way too long over here. Sid was in chat saying, "Get out, get out! Don't do it to yourself. You know better." ADXS just never got anything. But that's what I was saying on the press release video. This is a good press release. Um, Positive data, but it was only phase 1. So it wasn't enough to get people really excited. I just was thinking with this press or with this chart pattern, this could be a good runner. But phase 1 is not that exciting. Like I said, it's the first phase. They have a lot to go through before they get FDA approval. So it's like, oh, that's nice. You're uh, fat burning medicine or whatever, helped burn fat in one patient out of 10. Good job. Good positive results. Like it's not that big a deal. Phase 2, you get a little more excitement. Like this was phase 2 on MREO, successful phase 2, and you see you got a nice little move from. I mean, way back at the market open, it was 250 up to 340, so that's a pretty decent move. Uh, phase 2 is better. Phase 3 is great. See, let's see. Let's look at this. Positive. Okay. So yeah, and Capper had positive phase 2. So that was another one. And you can see Capper went crazy. Capper went absolutely crazy from 3 something all the way up to 850. But that was also, there's a difference in float. Capper's got 3 million float. MREO is a 19 million float. So that would be uh, the reason for that. The reason in that difference. But like I said before, MREO 19 million, still not a big float. There was the spread that this thing had. It could have went a lot more. But I think some people, like, you gotta think about how other traders think in the market, and so any pre-market early morning traders who was up back here, they've been in this $4 area, and they've probably held. We're still above the VWAP. Comes down here, bounces off the VWAP. They're selling out and they're leaving the market. So they've made their money for the day. They're done. And then some of your breakout traders probably got in right here at the break of this little U shape, got out up here. They're probably done for the day. So by the time all that happens, you probably lose about 40% of traders. So then by the time MREO gets its nice little break, you got a little less traders than cappers. So you basically gotta think of it like that. Think about which. So I got a ton of emails on my phone. Okay, but you gotta think about. Uh, you gotta think about both, like the float and the timing. See, we might be getting a break of the VWAP here on MREO. Let's see. You see, it came up, hit the VWAP here, but never had a strong break. See if we get a strong break and see if it starts moving again, because there's nothing else really going on. So you could get traders back into this. But I'm watching to see. See if we get a re-break of this VWAP here within the next couple of minutes. BLRX never did anything. really none of the stocks besides MREO did anything this whole day. Copper had the little early move and then it pretty much crashed out and it's not been doing anything. But most likely we will probably be done for the day. So I'm just wanting to watch MREO for a second. Although we're not building higher lows, we're building lower lows. Because here's a low. Well, I say that. Kind of could draw a little bit of a line there. I really don't think MREO is done for the day. It could be. But it is losing some volume back here and stuff. Nothing else really going on. Capper's the big gainer. PRED with the big. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right. So yeah, if there's not any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. We will be doing the live account challenge soon. We'll be doing that soon. And probably in another week or so, we'll be doing a small account challenge. And see what we can do with that. I am going to start doing the credit videos on how to fix your credit and things like that if you're interested in that. And I think that's pretty much it for now. So until next time, guys.